My little sis's school held a charity sale, and she spent $5 on a love letter. Bro, look, the name on this thing is the same as yours. I stared at this letter from 8 years ago, completely zoning out. The signature said Gu Qingwan, my cold, aloof desk mate from high school, and now my cold, aloof boss. I was just about to ask more when the house phone rang. A kid on the other end was bawling their eyes out. My aunt is gonna kill me. I'll give you $100. Just give that letter back, please. An intern screwed up at work and our whole team got chewed out. Me the hardest, since I'm the team lead. When I dragged myself out of the boss's office, the intern looked like he was about to cry. Long bro, I'm so sorry, and this is all my fault. I noticed the dark circles under his eyes. We'd all been grinding hard lately, and he hadn't gotten a break either. I waved it off. Don't worry about it. I'm used to getting yelled at. It doesn't even faze me anymore. Oh, really? A cool, sharp voice cut in. The intern flinched, and so did I. I looked up. Gu Qingwan was standing there, staring me down with a frown. That ice queen face of hers was honestly intimidating. I forced a smile. She held my gaze for a few seconds, then went back inside and shut the door. Later, I stepped out for water and caught some interns whispering. The boss is so harsh on Director Wen. Director Wen's got nerves of steel. I'd never be able to handle that. I heard Director Wen and the boss went to the same high school. No way, seriously? And she still goes off on him like that. Zero chill even with an old classmate. She's literally a monster. I just shrugged. Tell me about it. Gu Qingwan is an absolute nightmare. We weren't just classmates either. We sat next to each other for 3 years and she still showed me zero mercy. I was about to leave when the conversation took a turn. Oh wait, I heard the boss got engaged. Yeah, I even saw her fiancé drop her off at work a while back. I stopped in my tracks. My grip tightened around my cup. I glanced down the hall toward her office and for some reason I just felt heavy. After a grueling month, the project finally hit a major milestone. The company gave us 5 days off and the interns were basically in tears of joy. I turned down their dinner invite and drove straight back to my hometown. Hadn't been back in 6 months. Luckily, it's only about 4 hours away. By the time I got there, it was late at night. My mom was startled, didn't expect me at all. She was thrilled and rushed off to make up my bed. My dad hummed a little tune and went to make me a late-night snack. I put my stuff away and quietly pushed open the door to the small bedroom. A little girl was tucked in, fast asleep, peaceful and sweet. She came along when I was in high school, a little oops baby my parents had. Took me a while to adjust. But as Wenya grew up, she got cuter and cuter, got my mom's patience and my dad's brains. She's also super attached to me. Whenever she gets something good, I'm always the first person she thinks of. Next morning, I heard some noise and pried my eyes open. Wenya was right there, leaning over the edge of my bed, staring at me without blinking. Oh my gosh, bro, you're back. Yeah, be good. Bro needs a little more sleep. Okay, I'm heading to school. I'll bring you a gift when I get back. I mumbled something back. She tiptoed out and even quietly pulled the door shut behind her. That little girl is so thoughtful, and apparently flush enough to buy me gifts now. I was honestly a little excited. By the time I got up, it was almost 11. Wenya was already back from school. My parents asked me to watch her for a bit, then headed out to the grocery store together. The second they left, Wenya crept up to me all secretive like, "Bro, guess what gift I got you?" How am I supposed to guess that? I was about to throw out a random answer when she couldn't hold it in anymore. She shoved an envelope right in my face. "Bro, look! Your name is written on this." I blinked and took it. The paper was yellowed, clearly old. The front of the envelope read, Wen Yichen. Wenya launched into her explanation. "So our school held this charity sale today. Everyone brought old stuff from home and people could buy whatever they wanted. All the money goes to underprivileged schools." Okay. My desk mate brought a ton of stuff. Old books, old stationery. I found this letter tucked inside one of the books, so I bought it for $5. Wenya was clearly fishing for praise. "Do you like it, bro?" My first thought was, same name, different person. I was never the good-looking kid in class, always buried behind thick glasses, introverted, awkward. I didn't even know how to respond when people talked to me. No girl had ever written me a love letter. Ever. I held the letter completely at a loss, and of course Wenya wouldn't let up. "Come on, bro. Open it, open it!" I mean, it doesn't feel right. It belongs to someone else, and it's a love letter, and that's private. But I saved up my allowance for a whole week to buy this. Kids are impatient. She snatched it out of my hands and tore it open in 2 seconds flat, then shoved it back at me. "Bro, read it out loud!" My desk mate said his aunt had a treasure box full of good stuff. This has got to be one of them. I was about to say no when I caught the signature at the bottom out of the corner of my eye. Gu Qingwan. It hit me like a bolt of lightning. I just stood there, frozen for several seconds. Then I slowly forced my eyes up to read the actual letter. "Wen Yichen, this is our 3rd year as desk mates." I slapped my hand over the page and my face was burning up. My sister was still pushing. "Come on, bro, read it!" "I want to hear it too." I made up an excuse to get rid of her and bolted to my room, letter in hand. Threw open the window and let the breeze hit me for a while. My heart still wouldn't settle down. I looked at the handwriting again. No question, this was written by Gu Qingwan. My handwriting in high school was absolute garbage. My Chinese teacher couldn't take it anymore, and made me use Gu Qinghuan's homework as a handwriting guide for an entire semester. I could recognize her handwriting even if it was burned to ash. But why would Gu Qinghuan have a crush on me back in high school? My mind started drifting, back to the first day of sophomore year when I first met her. I'd come alone from a small town to attend First High in the city. I had this giant woven bag stuffed with everything I owned, dragging it through the school gate, because I literally couldn't carry it anymore. big mistake. I'd overestimated how tough the bag was. The friction against the ground tore it open, and I'd been dragging an empty bag for who knows how long before I noticed something felt off. I turned around. My stuff was scattered all the way back down the path. Textbooks, stationery, toiletries, my lunchbox, all of it. Everyone around me was staring. The laughter started rolling in. I was crouched down on the ground, face beet red, picking stuff up one by one, when suddenly, I walked straight into a girl coming the other way. She had a backpack, a cool and pretty face, hair in a ponytail, and she was tall. She was holding a bunch of my stuff. She said flatly, "I picked up everything ahead of you. Do you have another bag?" I shook my head, embarrassed, barely able to make eye contact. She thought for a second, pulled a few books out of her backpack, then handed the backpack to me. "Here, use this for now." I took the girl's white backpack in a daze and looked up confused. Gu Qinghuan pointed at the books I just picked up. "Aren't you in class 3 too?" I blinked and looked at her books. The cover had her class and name, Class 3, Gu Qinghuan. Honestly, if we're talking about who liked who first, it was me. But that crush went nowhere, for a lot of reasons. After college, I joined some no-name little startup as an intern, and ran into her again. That's when it hit me. She's the one who started this company. The gap between people just keeps growing. I was still figuring out how to pay my bills while Gu Qinghuan had already launched a company and made it to the top. So why did this love letter ever get written in the first place? I racked my brain and came up with nothing. And does Gu Qinghuan still... Just thinking about it made my heart race. But before I could go any further, I remembered the gossip I'd heard recently. Gu Qinghuan might already be engaged. So this letter, real or not, was nothing but the past now. I was still sitting there feeling sorry for myself when I heard Wenya outside, fuming. "You're such a liar. I'm never playing with you again." I opened the door and saw Wenya clutching her kid's smartwatch on a call. The other kid, probably her classmate, burst into tears the second she said that. "Please, I'm begging you, just give the letter back." My aunt came home out of nowhere today. She found out I touched her stuff and completely went off on me. "I'll give you $100. No wait, I'll give you all my New Year money. Just please give it back." Maybe the crying was too much for Wenya. She pressed her lips together and went quiet, hesitating for a long moment while the other kid kept begging. "Fine, let me go talk to my brother." "Oh my gosh, thank you!" The boy let out a huge sigh of relief, then casually dropped. "Oh, by the way, my aunt is probably almost at your house. She got your address and left like half an hour ago. Just hand the letter right to her." I shot out of the room, grabbed Wenya's smartwatch, and demanded, "Hey kid, what's your aunt's name?" The boy stammered, Gu Qinghuan. And right then, the doorbell rang.